Welcome to Jake's Bait and Tackle. We are located off of Interstate 81 in Winchester, Virginia. We are 4,000 square feet of all things fishing, the things you need for the Northern Shenandoah Valley and all points beyond. Whether it's that custom bait maker you love or the hard to find bait, we do our best to find the products that you want. Let's find out what we're talking about today. Whether it be tips, tricks, or just a good old plain story, come into Jake's Bait and Tackle where tales are told and bait is sold.
Hey guys, Jerry with Jake's Bait and Tackle. Got Jeremy Radford here with me. And Jeremy, you've been coming in here since you're, I'm going to say knee-high to a grasshopper. You were probably, I don't know, 6, 7 years old?
Yeah, every bit of it. As long as I can remember, even at the old shop.
The old shop.
Yep.
And your dad, you'd walk around with your dad. And it was funny because your dad would be buying stuff and you'd really walk up to him and you'd be like, you know, like, hey.
Let's get
and
this,
like,
walk around, pockets full.
And then, so that was, I mean, you were young, you've grown up, you fished with us in the Frederick County Bass, Virginia Bass Nation. You were first in the state on points. You end up going to a national tournament, Chickamauga. Missed a big one there, had a big one in the net, got out. I hate to bring up bad memories, but
like yesterday.
Now you're out, you're fishing Bass Opens, you're fishing a lot of different tournaments. I know you love fishing. You got a tournament coming up this weekend.
Got an ABA on the
Potomac River. Jeremy came in, shops at Jake's Bait and Tackle. I'm not going to show everything in here, but
we won't post this
pull
till
out
after
one or
the
two things
tournament.
in here that you got that you think you might be using this weekend
100%.
on the Potomac.
I'm going to use a jackhammer 3/8, white and chartreuse. It's go-to everywhere you go. Then,
trailer on the back of that thing?
Of course. Then the live mag shad.
That is your favorite.
That
I
is
think
my
I
favorite.
only stock that for you.
Yeah, that's the only
not
thing
anymore.
But
so you like to pair those two up?
Yeah. Across the country, whether it's green pumpkin, black, any of the colors they make, I max it up with these two, and I can catch fish anywhere I go.
And what I like about this too, a little different because they're jointed right here in the back, and I think it's giving you a
it that
little
hunting
bit.
action.
Yep. So, and you got more stuff in here. We don't want to share everything, but give us one more idea here. One more thing. All right, good.
Potomac, right now, there's more salt in the river than there's been a lot of times, so there's more barnacles. And usually I'm 14 to 18, but now with as much as everything's rough out there, you can't lose fish in a tournament. There's too much money on the line, so I went to the shooter 20, just to help me, give me that little edge, get them in the boat.
And one thing you helped us with here too, wrapping up, is the rod. What are some of the rods that you're using that we now carry at Jake's Bait and Tackle that you're sponsored by? I
exclusively use the Douglas X-Metric series. The 744 is what I use. Actually, I use the 744 for just about everything, but mainly a chatterbait. And the way it loads up, when they eat it, they just stay thin, get in the boat. And
good stuff.
Traveling across the country, fishing these tournaments, you can't afford to lose anything.
Jeremy, good luck this weekend. Buddy.
I have a question though. So, where's your favorite place to fish?
Everywhere.
Oh, come on. There's got to be one.
If I'm going to say my favorite, it's going to be the Potomac just because I grew up on it.
That's your hometown. Because you did just win not too long ago on the Potomac, didn't you?
Yep.
Congratulations.
Look at that. Congratulations.
Good stuff. That was Virginia Bass Nation, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, guys. So, Jeremy came in. We shot the first one you're going to see at the beginning of that. Came in, did some shopping before the ABA on the Potomac. We looked into his bag, kind of see what he was going to be throwing, what his idea was going in. All anglers know this. You kind of come up with a game plan based on the conditions, the weather, water temperature, time of year, things like that. You're going in with a game plan. It might change. Last weekend, ABA Potomac, 30-some boats. You end up with the win, first place.
Oh, yeah.
So how much weight did you have?
17.40. I almost matched exactly what I had the weekend before when I won the Virginia Bass Nation.
So were some of the things that you picked out here at Jake's, did some of those things pay off for you, put the fish in the boat?
Exactly what I said I was going to do is exactly what I did. I threw a white jackhammer, threw a white and chartreuse jackhammer with a Lake Fork live magnet shad, and those are my go-to staples on the Potomac River.
Potomac River, assuming grass.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of tide did you have?
High tide was around noon. Wasn't the greatest tide. And knowing the river, I fished the tide, and when the tide was low here, I fished it. Then as the tide started coming up, I started going back up the river, just keeping with that low water.
Okay. So Jake's bait and tackle. You know, and again, it's one of those things too where you know what you're throwing. You've got enough experience on your local waters. You know what you like, what your confidence baits are. And a lot of guys, tournament guys that come in, you're going to know what you want to throw. But the cool thing about Jake's bait and tackle too, though, like if we get a lot of pleasure fishermen too, like come in, hey, I'm going down to the Potomac. Like, what should I throw?
Yeah.
You know, so knowing, you know, had a guy in today about talking about snakehead, you know, on the Potomac.
Oh,
so.
Yeah.
You know, and if it's not always me, it's other anglers, you know, that fish these local bodies of water. One thing about Jake's, you know, we're not just about selling something. We want them to have success when they go out on the water.
Absolutely.
And whether you're a tournament fisherman or the weekend warrior, and we want them to catch fish when they go out. And so, you know, this is something, if it's working for you, putting fish in the boat on the scales, it's going to work for, you know, other people too that are out there just fun fishing, you know, want to jack some jaws. And so, Jeremy, we appreciate you sharing the information.
So what would you do differently when it comes to be like the dog days? Now it's starting to get hot, and there's not a lot of tournaments in the summer, is there?
There is, but they're not every weekend like they are now.
Right. So what do you do different, like because the weekend guys can go out there with that?
Drag a Cinco. You got to drag something in the grass. If you got high water over top of the grass, you can't go wrong with this combo right here. Throw a frog. Punch the grass, especially now the grass is exploding, getting matted over. Really all you can do is punch the grass.
Mm-hmm.
Fish the edges with, let's say, a jackhammer or Cinco. Throw a frog.
Mm-hmm.
Put your head down. Drink a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.